Welcome, folks. I'm very excited to talk to you today about the changes, reforms, and trends we are likely to see as a result of the deadly novel coronavirus, which is also known as the COVID 19. These are largely from an ebook called Beyond the Novel Coronavirus by author Samuel Moeng. And without any waste of your binge watching time, let's get right into it. Right at the top is small business sector. The role of small business enterprises in an economy cannot be overemphasized, and this is because this sector of our world economy is able to absorb labor quickly because it's got a less bureaucratic structure. If you consider that big business such as manufacturing, mining, construction, agriculture, etc., they depend on small business to deliver on economic commitments. You will note that this sector was the hardest hit during the prevalent coronavirus. And going forward, there's going to be things that change in how small business is run. There's more that have been discussed in the book, but worthy to note here is that the sustainability of the business sector will depend on key and fundamental changes which role players will have to institute. At number 2, drones. Folks, the use of drones for commercial purposes and for other critical missions has been at the disappointing scale, given the untapped potential of the technology in the myriad of applications. And I think this is largely attributed to indecisiveness by authorities in various countries to allocate dedicated airspace corridors. There's also non-collaborative spirits between the lawmakers and the technology suppliers or operators of drones. Limitations imposed by drone legislation of some countries, such as requirements to operate only in line of sight, height limitations, and prohibition to operate a drone from a moving vehicle. So drones could have played an intense and critical role at scale during the lockdowns, such as delivery of medication to the vulnerable old age population. The disease, and I mean the COVID 19, continues to show its ruthlessness on this part of our population. And if drones could limit the outdoor exposure of these old-aged people in search for medication, acceleration of drone adoption for medical deliveries is definitely a trend to watch out for. Folks, at number 3, digital medical technology platforms. Social distancing during a pandemic like the coronavirus is an effective way of slowing down the rate of transmission. But the pandemic could not stop people with other medical conditions from going to seek medical help. Some of these medical help comprises of uncomplicated diagnosis and issuing of simple prescription. And digital medical technology platforms already provide for such to be conducted remotely, and I don't think they were utilized to their full potential worldwide. I therefore strongly suspect that many disaster management plans will make these platforms mandatory to manage future pandemics and epidemics. At number 4, e-commerce. E-commerce, a beautiful tool. Just like medical technology platforms, this tool could have assisted with successful social distancing during pandemics and epidemics. The limitation, though, is that in most cases it's not designed to ensure delivery at the remote parts of our world. It works better in urban areas and in most cases fails dismally in poor areas. So I think going forward, making it available and effective for the wider population is definitely a trend we will see beyond the novel coronavirus. And finally, folks, at number 5, disaster management policies and plans. Although many countries stepped up to the challenge during the coronavirus pandemic, um, you would have seen that the preparedness and readiness of a handful of states was exposed. Um, One could ask whether it's because the statesmen and women are bad people. I don't think they are bad people, but I just think that they were working off from a bad disaster management policy and plan. And as a result, the evidence of that was you would have seen the responses to the coronavirus in those countries that it was not well thought out and well coordinated. So, beyond the pandemic, many of those policies and plans are definitely getting a makeover, and I think that will help so that in future outbreaks, those respective countries would be well prepared. For more on these changes, reforms, and trends, get your ebook Beyond the Novel Coronavirus by Samuel Wang on Apple Bookstore. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit the like button and follow Imagine Pop on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you.